Okay, so let's continue where we stopped, or maybe let's start afresh. So let's say this dentist 1 is D1, but let's create the patients that are going to see the dentist. So we create an object P1, and let's also create another object P2, and then dental booking manager DT booking manager. So now let's set the properties of our patients first, and then we go to dentist. For the patients, we start with the ID of 1. Where are we? Let's inspect and see. Yes. So the name. So the name may be more Zarabi. So let's go to patient 2 and set the ID. So this ID of 2. Let's give this patient name, maybe Fatima Muhammad again. Fatima, how much? So now we know we have 2 patients that are waiting to see the dentist as per our scenario. So let's also customize the dentist. So here we have certain ID. Let's also give this very dentist ID 1. Let's set the name. So let the name be Dr. Mustafa. But remember, the dentist has additional fields, including the rank. Let's call him senior dentist. Senior dentist. Now we've set the patients and the dentist. So let's look at the dental booking manager. That is the object of dental booking manager. So if we look at inspect, we realize we have fields available slots and book slots. But one thing you may notice is that available slots, so they are of type object slots, and they are enclosed in this small angular bracket, and it's a list. It simply shows that this available slot is a list of slot objects. And we also have book slots, which are also a list of book slot objects. So this is called a collection. Very specifically here is a list of available slot, and this is list of slot. But in addition, when we right click, we see these are behaviors. You know, all of these objects, we have been setting their fields of attributes or properties. But how about the behavior? Let's start with the behavior of adding an appointment. So here we have, let's give this appointment ID. That is, and then this is for the dentist 1. And let's say this appointment is going to hold tomorrow, 16 March. So there has to be appropriate data type. So here we are using Java, the time, the local date time dot of so 2023, and March is 3rd and 16. And maybe the slot begins from 8 in the morning, so 80. So automatically this will go and create a slot and then assign a dentist. It's waiting for patient to book for that very slot. Let's add 2 because we know we have 2 patients on queue. So let's say this is 2, and this is the same dentist 1, because dentist 1 should be able to cater for the 2 patients. Only that we have to change the time, Java the time, that's local date time that of 20, 23, and this is March, and this is the same 16. But because we put the earlier time at as 8:00, so let's say this is 9:00. So that is an hour after. Okay. So now we can check this slot because we have a behavior here or method or action that can list available slots. So we can see we have available slots here. Oh, sorry. This appointment ID is misspelled, but this is the ID is 1 and time is 8:30 with Dr. Mustafa, and we have another time slot with Dr. Mustafa as well. So now what we can do is to initiate a booking request. So this is done through this action of handle slot selection. So let's say the slot here, 1. So we are booking patient number 2 for this particular slot. So we have this message, appointment has been booked. So now if we go back to this and check list of appointment, so these are the history, but currently we only have one appointment of appointment 2 because the first one has been taken by the second patient. So if we want to confirm, what we can do is to clear this and then to list appointment again. So we have one appointment. And then again, another way to confirm is to check booked appointment. So here we have only Fatima has been booked for this slot. So now we can also initiate another booking request through this method or action. So now patient 2, slot 2 for patient 1, and again appointment has. So now if we click on available appointment and we clear this just to make sure we are seeing up-to-date data. So we see appointment are no longer there, but if we are to check on booked appointment, so we can see that Fatima has taken the first slot while Modesire has taken second slot. So this is the end of this quick demo of JID. As I said earlier, the intention was not for you to see the working of the code, but to see that a software solution can be modeled as object interaction to solve problems. So I will encourage you to please play around with this JID. So the next thing is maybe to give you assignment and to keep you busy, even though this class I've noticed I've not been engaged in the recorded materials that you should, but you should know that we are not going to repeat these sections when you come back to school. So please watch these videos and do the practices that are required. So one thing I would want to take you before I give you assignment is model relationship in OOP. So very quickly, we have association relationship, and this is one object of one class, not the object of another class. But we call this the weakest type of relationship because it doesn't show what type of relationship it is. It just show that there is a kind of somehow relationship. But we can have aggregation relationship, and this is called has a type of relationship. So it's a one-way form of association. It exists when a class owns other classes, but the other classes own can exist independently. I don't know if this we're saying it. A class can own another class, but the life and death of the two of them are independent. But we can have also composition. Composition is also a part of relationship. It's strong type of association is similar to this, only that the relationship is like a life and death. So if the composing class or object, if it is destroyed, then those children classes will also be destroyed. We can also have inheritance relationship. The relationship is called is a type relationship. So we can say uh, uh, an object is A. For example, when we have an animal as a superclass, we can say dog inherits class animal. So we can interpret this as a dog is a, or in this case, is an animal. So that's why it's called is a type of relationship. But I think this may not be enough until you go on your own and explore. I just introduce you to this concept so that to set your expectation when you begin to attempt this exercise. So this inheritance is also called file-child relationship or generalization specialization, because if you remember the example I've just cited, the animal is general while the dog is specialization of that animal, and we can say uh, every dog is a child of an animal. So wait, I have two references which I think they are very good reading materials if you want. One is domain-driven design, tackling complexity in the heart of software, published by Addison Wesley. And number two is Craig Lamarck, applying UML patterns and information public analysis and design. So this is the assignment. I don't have to read it because I'll send the slide shortly. So I'm expecting you to submit this assignment next week, Monday. So bye.